I'm OCD Mom. This is the second try. We're going to try this again. I started to feed. My 16-year-old needed me. So we are in Clockwork City today, and we have a couple of quests we need to do. The first quest I want to try to do is the one where we're piecing together the factotum in the over here. I don't remember what this is called. Over here. And then the other one that I want to do is the Family Feud, where we help Raynar go and investigate these other two. We hit this one last night. Oh, the lag was horrible. So we'll go ahead and try and get these other two tonight. Right now I'm in the Brass Fortress, which is here. And we are inside. I went in earlier, but I started to feed and then I closed it down to go help my 16-year-old. So you come in the front door here, you go around, and there's a little lift right here. So you take the lift down to the mechanical fundant. Remember, last night he told us that his missing piece is near a collapsed bridge over a lava flow. So yeah, the shadow area, this is where we kind of knew it was going to be, down below here. I've got to grab all the good stuff, right? So I didn't realize it would bring me right to this spot here. So it's down there somewhere. We don't exactly know where. I need to remember how I fell through the floor last time. And that took me down there. Let me see if this map should show me. Okay, so the collapse must be right here, and then we'll have to work our way back over here. So, when in doubt, look at the map. That was a lesson my father taught me years and years ago. This looks like it's, I guess it's just the portal that I'm seeing. It looked like there was a thieves' trove there, but no such luck. Okay, so hopefully around the corner here. Oh, it's not going to let me do it. Okay, so I'm just looking to see if I can see where it is, or if maybe it's up here before I fall down. Yeah, that would make it far too easy. Alright, I guess we're jumping. Is it across the other side, maybe? Don't see it. So let's just get Lydia out for the sake of safety. And we are going to make a jump for it. I don't know how Lydia's going to do, but let's see how to get down there. Get rid of some of these glowing things so that I can see what's down here. I'm thinking it's not going to be this way. I'm thinking it's going to be the other way, but I want that chest. Okay, so I don't see it on this side. If you notice it and I'm missing it, let me know. Oh, there's another chest. There must not be anybody down here today. Skeevaton! I want one of those. Why are you glowing today? Oh, is that a chest over there? Huh. I wonder if I can walk on that. Apparently I can. Simple walk with ice level. Okay, so not in there. Goodness gracious. We spent quite a while down here dying the other day. Thinking it's just going to be a little part that's going to have some little stars or glow above it. That's what the other ones have looked like. There's so much glowing from the lava. Sorry, I need to turn this down. Hopefully you guys will be able to see me okay. It makes it hard to see the screen with that in my face if I'm looking for glowing. It's probably somewhere really obvious and I'm just missing it. Oh, I think I should have written down exactly what he said. Ay, 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 ay. The door doesn't open. Oops. Shoot. I don't even know what this part looks like. It could be that little glowing thing there. Oh, Lydia, I thought I had it. Whoops. Shoot. Anybody have any ideas? Oops, that wasn't the one. It's supposed to be on a collapsed bridge over a lava flow. Okay, so the bridge is up above. This is the collapsed part. I wonder if it could be another part. Oh dear. Where could it be? Here, Lydia, can you go out there and check it for me? Oh, I so want to cheat and look it up. I don't know. I must have the wrong place. I thought for sure it was here. Okay, so let's see if we can look up the actual clue. Precursor maker. Collect and install the parts necessary. So, integral memory clockwork in the fundament. Okay, so Integral of calculus, mechanical funded, Clockwork City. It is here. Oh, it's up on the upper level. Okay, so I missed it. It's up on the upper level. Right about here? So, yes, I cheated, because I don't have a clue what I'm doing. So it was right where we jumped off? Seriously? Alright, so guess I have to go around. Okay. Ah, where am I? I'm in a hole. Okay. Ugh, spiders. Here we go, Lydia. Don't like these stupid dancing spiders. Yeah. Now behind me. There we go. Now this one. Jumps at me and behind me, so I can't sit in. Oh. We're just following the scorpion. Okay, I was about to say, oh, I think all the bad guys are gone, but the spiders, but nope, they're still here. What was that? Oh, Lydia's doing battle with spiders. Let's help her out. Oh, what was that? Did you hear that? Is that just me? It was something on my computer. Oh, are we on the wrong side? How do we get over there? I wonder if we're going to have to go back out and come back in again. Darn. Yeah, there's no way across that. Alright, so we have to get out of here and head back to the surface. Does this go? Oh, this goes to the Outlaws' Refuge? Oh, nice. Sweet! Okay, so we'll just have to run around the other way around. Sorry about this. Run around! Remember, I'm the one who gets lost every time. Don't follow me! Look! Stuck in the slag. Honestly, I don't know why I'm writing this. Who's even going to read it? Not any citizens under my jurisdictions. And that's for not saying that. Honestly, though, not even sure how many of them could read it. Love the English. If they had half a mind to. Our gleaming city is filled with scholars, but do any of them think to come down to old Slagtown to help the poor, tarnished masses? Of course not. Somebody's a little bitter. Oops. Sorry, Lydia. You have to go away for a little bit. Why is it not? Alrighty.
Combatants needed for a perilous task. Please respond for more information.
So when we first went in the first place, we were in the right place. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have jumped. What was that? I'm wondering if I'm getting some kind of video from the pages that I opened up. Turn them off. Okay, so great. I closed it. So it should be right here. Why is this thing not working? Am I gonna crash? Okay. Whenever it gets sluggish like this, it usually means I'm about to crash. Usually it comes at 9 o'clock at night, straight on the button, but we'll see. This way? Do you see anything? Well, I don't know what it... I mean, I know what an integral of calculus is, but I don't know what it looks like as a piece of metal. Oh, no, that's my frog. Oh, well, wild goose chase. Underneath? is some stuff down there. Dead body. Oh, there's somebody there. Oh, I see the glowing stuff. Yep, they found it. So how do I get down there? Oh, yes, it's on the other side of that. Oh, this is where we tried to jump over the other night and we couldn't get over the wall. Well, at least now we get to see what's over here. And know that there is no way out of here unless we teleport out. I don't think I can jump from here, but let's try it. Oh no. Oh, I lived. Oh. There probably is a better way out than that, but... Oh, I guess I should have made sure I have it. Oh, I better have it. Oh yeah, here we go. Constructs integral of calculus. A crystal which holds knowledge of mathematics. This factotum part should be assembled with the rest in Xenon. Anybody watch that Xenon of the 21st century? I was gonna watch to see how that guy got out of there, see if it was smarter. Oh, I think he's still there. Oh well. We can fight our way out again. Get to battle the dumb spiders again. I'm just gonna run for it and see what happens. Oh, I can't remember where to go from here. I think I went the wrong way. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Run like a big baby girl. Come on. Oh, now I can get out. Because I'm dead. Take me to the way shrine. Oh, okay. Future reference. Don't run for it. Where am I now? That works for me. So we'll find a different way in and out of here. There's all kinds of doors in the way into this thing. Okay, that's the original door I was looking for. So that one's right here. Okay. So we need to go now and turn it in. They'll probably give us another clue. I should probably write it down too, which ones we've already found, so I don't keep going back and looking for ones I already have. Okay, so the integral. Which is really funny that they called it the integral of calculus. Okay. Okay, so it's in the reactor district. That's the name of this place. Oh, that's the trick. Go behind the tree. Now I know. This place looks like it's been trashed. What happened? I don't remember it looking this messy before. Once again, remember you can take everything down here, but once you get upstairs, that's stealing. No logical sense, but if you're going to offer me free stuff, I'll take it. Decorative wax! Okay, upstairs. I don't know if I talk to him or just stick it in the guy.
Remember, the parts are most likely in the Clockwork City, or in Dwemer ruins in Tamriel. I've heard of corrupted memory crystals firing at
Okay, I guess not that. This guy's got his face in there.
My pills feels the languid breeze of Deshaun air among the flavors of a Dwemer cavern. One can never quite forget that combination of tastes.
My pelvis feels the languid breeze of Deshaun air among the flavors of a Dwemer cavern. One can never forget the combination. I need to take a picture of this screen. Oops. Your memories are quite vivid.
Lord Sulfasil deemed it uncouth to give my parts eyes, but each has a wide array of sensors.
Okay, he
I
said
can
that
orient
last
myself
time.
on Nirn by the air's smell.
Why my pelvis even has... Oh,
I mean, of course, I have no proof that he had a part in my creation.
Okay, that's the same
but I
thing.
like to
So-
think so.
yeah. This clue tells us... So we know the next piece is in Deshaun. Probably in a delve. My pelvis feels the languid breeze of Deshaun air among the flavors of a Dwemer cavern. One can never quite forget. So it's in a Dwemer cavern, probably some kind of delve in Deshaun. Oops. Oh, somebody's Twilight. I can't stand that flashing. Okay, it's probably in Lower yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be in here. I've already done that. I wonder... I guess it doesn't show up until you get the clue. I don't know. So I guess that piece at the top is the crystal. I think LJ said that he's already done this quest line and finished it. I think he's got the factotum at his place. I'll have to ask him how this works. Oh, what was? Oh, it's going to. There's the oscillating sun. There's a. Whoops. Okay, I think I broke it. How did I break it? How did I make it go away? Oh, I don't know how this add-on works. Oh, shoot. Let me turn that off and see if that fixes it. Now it didn't come back. Huh. I broke it. Okay, so I have to look it up because I've got to go grab that quest so I don't lose it now. That's what I get for trying to be smart. Okay, the quest giver is... Maybe that's the one I'm on. Speak to the associate Xanon in his workshop after gathering all the parts of the precursor. I guess that's the quest I'm on. I don't know how you, I don't know how you get it into your quest journal, though. Sorry, I'm reading. I guess that's just... There's really no quest. The quest was for the precursor. We did last night, and then it just disappears until you find all the parts. And then once you find them, you can do that other quest. It's basically just talking to them. And then when you get rewarded with a version of the factotum to take home. Okay, so this guy's been following me around all over the place for how long now? Why don't we take him to go play with his stuff? Alright, so... Sorry, somebody's asking about this. Wow, I still have one of those. I didn't realize they were worth so much. Maybe because of the 13 Witch Festival, where it's the 28 gives the title of witch. Huh, I'm gonna have to do mine. Maybe I should sell it. What'd you do with yours? Okay, so we are going. I probably should have teleported. I should have just gone here. Resonant sphere. Let's see if it's down below. I'll just go this way. Probably should just go by horse so it doesn't take us all night. We'll bring Lydia along. Oh, why did it de-horse me? So you'll have to tell me, do you want me to focus on the factotum and getting that completed after we finish the Clockwork City? Should we just finish everything, or should I do that as we go along? I don't know, what you want to see. So let me know. What is that?
The resonant sphere. One of Sothasill's minor marvels.
That's a minor marvel.
There! Did you hear it?
Yep.
The same tone that the central spire emits during the night cycle. Let me tell you what I discovered before we move on. Did you notice the perfect symmetry, the total roundness of the form, and the way it reacted to simple, magical impulses? Incredible! If memory serves, the chimes sounded similar to the ones that ring in the brass fortress.
What do you think the sphere is for? What's its purpose?
Applying magic to the
Why would I ask
sphere
that
provoked an
question twice?
oral response. Perhaps Sothasill utilizes different frequencies of sound to perform his divine workings. On the other hand, Lord Set might just appreciate good music.
Sorry. You're a dark elf. Should you even be asking such questions about one of your gods?
Tribunal doctrine strictly defines the consequences of questioning the methods and mechanisms of our living gods. The apostles here in the Clockwork City emulate Seal in their own ways. So any questions I ask seem tame by comparison.
Sorry, there's chat going on. It's pretty easy. I got dragged through. They're talking about somebody in a town that they want to kill her. I need an extra sword. Why can't I kill her? Maybe if you help her, she will go away. Please let me kill her. She will not go away. I tried helping her. It's the same chick in every town. The girl gets around, totally zoned out and wasn't paying attention to chat. Apparently I've done Black Dirt Villa on Vet, but can't remember when. I don't know. So I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, maybe that chick that was... Oh, the guild has need of you. Onward. Okay, why does it say I'm on a road, but I'm not... Oh. Get out of this cavern. Uh-oh. Whoa, well. Listen here, buddy boy. Yeah, run to your mother. Pain behind. What was that? What is this person doing in here?
So the Seal really didn't have company in mind when he made this place.
There's a book. She's just gonna cindery. I don't know. Okay, so where are we going? Oh, we've still got a ways to go. whoa! Wow, well. The whole thing is down here. Oh, this is supposed to be right here? Where are we? Thank you, Lydia. Come on. I've been down here at some point. Okay, I must have passed whatever it was I was supposed to see. Maybe it was that. Thanks, Lydia, for getting in the way. What I wanted to see was your belly.
I wonder how the lubricant winds up in the veil. Every time I answer one question, 3 more appear to take its place.
What purpose does the Veil of Tears serve, do you think?
I'm glad you asked. I surmise that a correlation exists between the lubricant and the dead organic matter inevitably created in the Clockwork City. It has to go somewhere. I speculate that those pumps distribute the grease throughout the complex.
Organic matter, even the trees are made of metal here.
Ah, but the fabricants consist of both flesh and machine. And so do the apostles. While the Dwemer were masters of mechanical construction, Lord Set took it a step further by adding living material to the mix. Kirith... No, never mind.
What do we do now?
We need to go back so I can tell Kirith... Damn. I can't believe I let a stupid argument cut my sister out of this. She should have been here. Not that I don't appreciate your help, mind you, but Kirith and I... We're a team.
It sounds like you're having some regrets.
It does, doesn't it? I'm not sure how to proceed. The complexities of social interaction are Kirith's speciality, not mine. She's my sister and we're a team. We work well together. But she did use some harsh, hurtful words.
Oh no, did you get your feelings
What do you
hurt?
think?
Maybe you could talk to her and let Kirith know how you feel. You're siblings after all. Maybe you should stand up for yourself. Let Kirith know you're as much a part of the team as she is. Oh, I think I'm going to go with the first one. It's a little less harsh.
You're right. I can be the bigger person and apologize. I am her older and smarter brother, after all. Let's return to the Brass Fortress. Perhaps you can talk to her first and see how Kirith is doing. She's probably lost and distraught without me.
I'm sure. Where are we? Okay, so... Blech. wasted my... not my formula, my potion. Okay, so where am I going now? We are going to find the lovely Kirith. Didn't really need my horse, but sure, why not? Hall of refined techniques.
There you are. I was worried sick about you.
Has he got a mask on? So cute.
Can't you see I'm busy?
Did everything go all right? You didn't run into any trouble, did you? Raynor requires constant supervision, especially around ruins and other ancient places. He's extremely smart, but he has few practical skills and he's easily distracted.
I think your brother has something to say to you.
He does he? Well, I have
Excuse
a few
me.
words for Raynor as well. We're partners, and partners don't abandon each other when the going gets rough. Anyway, thanks for making sure he got back here safe and sound. I appreciate it.
Kirith, well, I'm sorry.
I forgot to use my
I shouldn't have stormed
points
off like
today.
that. I blame all this metal. I think I'm getting a
Blame
rash.
metal. A
I'm
rash.
sorry too. I said some things that were uncalled for, unfair. That Naramo just makes my skin crawl, you know?
It's the way he talks. Humongous words and a superior attitude.
Sounds like someone else I know. Now, come on and tell me what you've discovered.
Is that it?
What a day! We saw some amazing sights, and we did it without my sister's help. Still, I'm glad we settled things and we're back to being partners again. I suppose I really do rely on Kirith's skills and abilities.
Well, now that that's all over and done with, we can get back to the exciting stuff. I can't wait to crawl around in some of these clockwork contraptions. Anyway, thanks for helping Raynor. I really do worry about him, you know.
Okay. Okay, I know that there's a quest, yes, up by the horses. Okay, so we have a couple more. So we have 3 out there and 3 in here. So let's see horses. I wonder, do you have to do fishing here in this zone? I haven't found any of those. Uh-oh. Everworld. Huh.
Any alchemists looking for some gold?
No respect! No respect at all! Crow friend, a word.
I'm not falling for that.
How dare you, Kermit? Your mother wanted to...
That display of emotion isn't indicative of the people of Slagtown. Hamid lost his mother in the last pilgrimage, and that's made him angry at the world. He has a point, though. Dreams and prophecies can be dangerous things.
What pilgrimage do you mean?
Once every season, the most brave and desperate members of our community make the journey to request a fortune from the Grand Prognosticator. Not everyone receives a prediction, but many have died hoping to have their destinies changed.
What's the grand
An oracle of sorts. It's an unusual factotum with a penchant for the mystical and the dramatic. I fear Khamid plans to do something foolish and dangerous. Perhaps you'd be willing to go to the Outlaw's Refuge and talk to him? Keep him safe?
I'll go to the Outlaw's Refuge and talk to Kemp.
Thank you, my friend. My old bones aren't up to another adventure, but I owe it to Khamid's mother to do whatever I can to keep him safe.
Khamid?
The Grand Prognosticator spits out fortunes the way a sawmill spits out lumber. All the same until one isn't.
The Grand Why can't I get that name out? Prognosticator gives everyone the same fortune?
More or less. Something about abject poverty and a miserable existence. But every once in a great while, the factotum provides a different prophecy. I received such a fortune when I made my pilgrimage so many years ago.
What fortune did you receive?
A fortune of hope, of riches beyond my wildest dreams. It spoke of a way to escape this life, but I wasn't brave enough to heed the prognosticator's words. Hamid calls the oracle a fraud. Maybe so, but even a cracked egg sometimes contains a squid.
Oh, does that mean I won't have to listen to that conversation over and over again? I hate the repetitive conversations that they do every time you show up in a location. Hamid, where are you? Come here. Are you hiding? Oh, he's packing his bags.
Go find another beggar to bother. I've got more important things to do than carry some apostle's hopeful sack of dirty laundry.
Does he remind you of the whiny guy from Star Wars, Hamilton? Luke, sorry. Pal Batten sent me to help you?
Paul Batten's an old fool and a coward. He knows that the prognosticator provides nothing but false hope and dangerous dreams to our people. That's what got my mother killed. I swore I'd never let another person get caught up in its games.
So what do you plan to do about it?
Prove that the prognosticator is a liar and a fraud. It tells them over and over again how terrible life is, and then once every generation it provides an actual fortune to keep them coming back. So I'm going to the Vale of Tears to destroy it.
The Vale of Tears is dangerous. Let me help you.
You want to help? I won't refuse, though I don't have anything to give you, if that's what you're after. The Vale of Tears lies to the southwest. If you really want to help, meet me there.
Tell me about the Grand Prognosticator's predictions.
I've never gone on a pilgrimage, but I've heard tales. The poor and weak will continue to be poor and weak. We'll live a miserable existence and then die from hunger or sickness. Cheerful, right? Makes you wonder why we keep asking the question.
So why do your people keep going back to the prognosticator?
Because every once in a great while it actually spits out a different prediction. Something about finding a lost treasure and attaining enough wealth to change the course of your destiny. Or something close enough to that to get everyone excited.
You don't believe people can change their destiny?
Of course I believe that. Why else would I want to prove the prognosticator wrong? I want to show everyone that we can make our own futures. We can shape our own destinies, despite what some malfunctioning factotum has to say.
Okay, so does it tell me where to go? The world bosses were the crows and the sanctuary of verification and Exarch's egress. We're missing the doors of oblivion too. Everwound Wellspring. I think I saw that down. What is that? I saw that. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. I thought maybe it had one of those side, but it didn't. I don't know. Oh, seriously? I've got to change that. Ah, that's 2 potions now. Dang. Dog out here too. Should we go find a dog? No, I guess we have to go down there. No, that doesn't work. Oh, it's up there. How do I get up there? Journal of a Stranded Mage by Orinal Mage of Cormount. You know what I miss most? No, it's not food, though eating the bland gruel with given out here has become torturous at best. And no, it's not the smell of the green, though it seems like the stench of metal fills me to the brim. And no, it's not safety, because if Graftwood was taught me anything, it's to fear danger at every turn. You know what I miss most? My dog. Jonah's a lovely creature, she is. Shaggy gray coat, bright pink tongue. Her eyes look like 2 stars, golden and shining. I miss her wagging tail, always there to meet me when I came home. Her love of fetching sticks in the meadows. How do you pronounce that? Curse it all. I even miss her barking in the middle of the night. I'm sorry I ever cursed her for it, because I know she was just doing her best to be a good dog. Perhaps I'm pathetic for admitting it, but I'll be if it's not true. But even though I miss Jonah, I still wouldn't wish this life on her. In fact, I'm sure she would have been eaten by now if she did end up here with me. Either that or killed by one of the monstrous constructs around here. All it took was one foggy night of too much sun's dusk ale. Mother always told me I was too much of a fool to have magic, and I'll be... He likes to swear. She was right. Of course your mother was right. I must have used that portal spell near 100 times before, and all it took was some slurring of the Elnifex, perhaps a switching up syllable or two, and here I am, lonely and bitter, wasting my time writing about my dog. Just hope she's been taken care of. My cousin Brethel would check on her when I traveled, but Jonah needs a proper home and a kind hand. I can hardly believe I'm more worried about her than myself. Me, well, I can look after my own. Who's gonna look after hers? Okay. Oh. Maybe that's his house? I don't know. Okay. That's not even here. Alright. I wonder why it says Clockwork City when it's not Clockwork City. Okay, so we were going... to meet this gentleman. Have an adventure. So that tells me we're gonna make some gold. I'm following the wrong marker. Yes, sirree. Whoops.
Like to Walker's breath. You will talk to me! Say something, damn it! The prognosticator refuses to talk to me. I request a fortune and receive only silence. Is that what my mother died for?
A fortune? I thought you wanted to destroy the grand prognosticator.
I will destroy the false prophet, but not by taking a hammer to its shell. Instead, I'll show my people that it isn't infallible. I'll destroy it by proving that the predictions it makes are blatant lies. To do this, we have to activate the machine.
How do we activate the grand prognosticator?
As part of every pilgrimage, the faithful have to descend into the Vale of Tears and secure a working animo core from one of the factotums that roam the area. Head down there and see if any of them have a working power source.
And what are you going to do while I take care of the risk? that kind of risk, or go down there and get your own animal core. Yeah, go down there and get your own animal core.
No, I can't. My mother's body is down there somewhere. If I were to find it, I'd lose my resolve and I wouldn't be able to finish what I've started. If you need my help, use this whistle. I'll do what I can from up here to assist you.
Alright, I'll find a working animal. His mother's
Be careful
body's-
in the Vale. It's dangerous down there.
That's a damaged one. I have to find a working one. Why did it lead me to a broken one? If I kill them, are they still working? Oh, there's one over there. I don't think this is the way out. Oh, Magus command you, such a simple phrase, yet so full of power. I finally acquired the passphrase to unlock the secrets of the obsolete analysis factotums. The sacred text of Sothasiel's honored assistant was instrumental in my discovery. I wonder what the mechanical creature will tell me when I finally locate it and speak the phrase. My hope is that it will provide me with the means to finally make a better life for me and my son. What is with this horrible? My son and I. Magus command you. Magus? How do you get out of here? Guess I shouldn't have jumped off the ledge. I should have figured out how to get around. What? Lydia, I could use some help. Optional steps use the passphrase. Apparently, his mother died during. I acquired the work at Animal Corps. I should return from it and see if we can use it. Optional steps. Journal mentions a passphrase. Magnus Commander. I should see if I can find the factotum analyst she was looking for and use the passphrase. What it is I'm looking for. What was that? What's he throwing at me? The totem stands perfectly and awaits command. Hello, wake up. Magus commands you.
Reflecting. Reflecting. Memory engaged. Gathering data. The Brass Fortress. Beginning evaluation and analysis. By set's will, please state your query.
Can you tell me my fortune?
Beginning analysis to chart possible outcomes. No relevant data in memory vaults. Error. Error. No pronouncements can be furnished without statistics to analyze. Please present yourself to a Clockwork Apostle for immediate data collection.
What data do you gather?
We count the number of people residing within the Brass Fortress, tracking births, deaths, illnesses, relative wealth, and poverty, all with the purpose of evaluating and predicting social trends and growth within Lord Set's creation.
So you use the data to tell fortunes?
Intriguing query. That is one interpretation of our analytical capability. The ongoing purpose of collecting and analyzing such information is to provide Sothis Seal with the data he needs to improve the lives of his subjects.
And when was the last time Sothis Seal made such improvements?
Query. Reflecting. Reflecting. That information is currently unavailable. Please return to the Brass Fortress and seek out a Clockwork Apostle for further assistance in this matter.
What are you?
Dreaming. Squib jelly. A rainy day. I am a first-generation analysis model factotum, specializing in gathering and analyzing data for and about the citizens of the Brass Fortress. My gears continue to spin true.
So there's census module. Oh, he was already down there and I went all the way back up.
Were you able to find an animal core? I see you've brought back an animal core. It works, I assume. Good job. While you were gone, I figured out where to install the core. There's a cavity in the machine that looks to be about the right size. I think it goes in there.
What happens after we install the animal core?
I'm not sure. I never went on a pilgrimage, so I've never seen the Grand Prognosticator in operation. My mother told me a few stories. She was always vague about the Oracle. Speaking of my mother, did you find anything else down there?
Your mother's name was Milana?
How did you No, you found her. I didn't want to imagine what happened to her, but after seeing what you went through down there... Wait, how did you learn my mother's name if you just found her body?
I found her journal. You should have it.
Let me see that. A passphrase. My mother never mentioned anything about a passphrase. I wonder what she hoped to learn by talking to an obsolete factotum. I remember something about a sacred text, though. I'll ask Palbatan about it later.
I'll place the animal core in the machine. Where? Okay. In the tree? What? Oh, I see there.
Memory engaged. By the will of Set, please state your query.
It worked! Prognosticator, tell me what the fates have in store for Comet of Slagtown.
Reflecting. Charting possible outcomes. Comet of Slagtown. Minimum income, inferior quality of life.
Great, you know all about me. But what does it mean? What's my future, you stupid construct?
Query. Reflecting. Prognostication unsatisfactory. Poor quality of life will lead to sickness, starvation, depression, and ultimately, death.
Perfectly dire. Just what I expected. And what about my friend here?
Reflecting. Reflecting. No relevant data in memory vaults. Error occurred. Please present yourself for immediate data collection.
Lydia, get off of him.
Interesting. The prognosticator doesn't have a prophecy for you. More proof that it uses what it knows to make calculated guesses. But it predicted doom and gloom for me. Now I can change my future and show everyone that our fate isn't fixed.
How do you plan to change your fate?
By doing the impossible. I'll find the lost treasure of the Radius. In the past, the pilgrimage included both a visit to the prognosticator and a search for the treasure. That changed after a lot of people died during an unsuccessful hunt.
How are you going to find something that has eluded your people for generations?
Palbatan survived that doomed hunt. I'll get him to tell me exactly what happened. Then, I can retrace their steps, avoid their mistakes, and find enough wealth to change my fortune. Let's go find the old man in the brass fortress.
I'm down in the pit again. How do I get out? think this one's closer, actually. Again, ring around the rosy. Ow.
Are you sure about this, Comet? Remember what happened to your mother?
With the Outsider's help, that treasure is as good as mine. Then everyone will see that the prognosticator is a fraud.
When I asked you to help Comet, this wasn't exactly what I had in mind. I want to see our people abandon the reckless pilgrimage to the Grand Prognosticator. But going after the treasure is just as dangerous, maybe even more so.
Can you tell me anything about the lost treasure?
Comet seeks to replace one foolish pilgrimage with another. Very well. I can tell you that the treasure exists. I've seen the wreckage of the merchant caravan myself, but getting close enough to recover it, impossible.
Why do you say it's impossible to reach the treasure?
Because of the massive fabricate that prowls the area. Gear Grinder is bigger than 3 brawny Nords and 100 times more dangerous. It slaughtered the pilgrims that attempted to recover the treasure. I was the only survivor.
Oh, where can I find the wreckage of the merchant caravan? I think I know.
I'm still uncomfortable with all this, but I can see that you and Comet are determined. The wreckage lies scattered far to the south, near the mountains that form the southern border
Oh no,
of
it's
the
not who I
radius.
thought it was.
Gear Grinder is a killer. Please, keep Comet safe.
Thank you, I won't let anything happen to Comet.
Before you go, Comet mentioned you found Malia's journal. He said it contained a passphrase and mentioned Sotha Seal's honored assistant. Is that true?
That's correct. Can you tell us anything about that?
I'm sorry to say that when I was a young man, I came across a sequence plaque that belonged to one of Sotha Seal's original assistants, an apostle called Almacron. The plaque contained a series of passphrases. That's how I found the lost treasure.
How did some old passphrase lead you to the treasure?
They allowed me to change the nature of my pilgrimage. I was able to get the prognosticator to tell me how to locate the lost treasure of the radius, thus altering my future. Or so I hoped. But the fabricant. Maybe our fates are set after all.
Why did you give the passphrase to Comet's mother if you feel that way?
I'm not sure how I feel. Not anymore. But I didn't give Malia the passphrase. She must have found the plaque where I hid it. Maybe if she hadn't... When you return from the wreckage, if you return, I'll tell you more about the passphrases. Gear Grinder is a terror. Tales of spotting the foul beast haunt the nightmares of every child in Slagtown. But if the fabricant is still there, then so is the treasure. May the pistons of fate run smoothly for you.
Okay, so I need to find a merchant, make sure my armor is up to date. I wonder if he is considered a merchant.
Well, I do.
3 hours and 49. Here, let me, Alexa, set a reminder in 3 hours and 49 minutes to take care of my horses.
What's the reminder for?
Take care of my horses.
Okay, I'll remind you in 3 hours and 49 minutes.
Okay. Alright, where's a merchant?
Now, if I can just find someone willing to deal with
My
me-
house has been covered in...
Oh, her house has been covered in what?
I can't sleep a wink at night, what with all the coin. Isn't anyone going to handle this crow? There's a lot you can do with crows. They're very versatile creatures. Crow stew, crow... Sure as bones these crows are getting out of hand. They scoop up any merchandise that has a bit of... Sure as bones these crows are getting out of... My house has been covered in crow droppings for days now. It's like those skeevers take personal offense to cleanliness.
Okay, so where are we headed now? Get our behind kicked. Yes, indeedy. I think that was the... Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I thought this was the one that is the dinosaur-looking thing that's in... Is it Deshaun? Phew, that thing was vicious. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna head there first. Then we can... Oh, no, what is... American's heirloom. Let's go there first. I have many regrets, but none quite so strong as my decision to take our clan's ancestral sword on my journey, but knowing that it will never again be wielded by Morkel's hand fills me with sorrow than my own inevitable death. Well, there's nothing to do now but survive, for escaping this cursed world of metal seems impossible. I have to find this. Where's the sword? Oh, okay. Oh, look at that. Fun. Oh, how many are there now? Should have had Lydia come help me. Okay, so next step. Whoops. Horse. what's up there? Road to nowhere. So it would appear. Okay, so let's get on with it. Oops. Goodness gracious. Oh, I think I see him. Oh, shoot. Those aren't the big guys?
That creature. It's even worse than Palbatin told us. Look, I appreciate all the help, but I don't want to see you die on my behalf. Are you sure you can deal with that beast?
No, what beast? I can take care of Gear Grinder, but what will you be doing?
I'm
Fighting.
no warrior, you know that. Without you, we wouldn't have gotten this far. I'll stay out of the way, so don't worry about me. Just be safe out there and try not to die.
Oh, thanks. I should say, oh no, you're not sitting this one out. You're going to help me with this one. But I wonder, oh, you know what? Shoot. I wonder what he would have said. He probably would have backed out. Let's see. Okay. Where's his dialogue? Okay, here's dialogue. It looks like somebody else is here to help me. What? Throw rocks? I won't even be able to dent that monstrosity. Listen, if you really need my help down there, use the whistle and I'll see what I can do. It won't be much, but I'll cause a distraction so you can catch your breath. Okay. So, what am I doing? Oh. 133, huh? What do you say, Lydia? Can we do it? Oh, shoot. I was too far away and he's... Oh, come on. I hit the Q. gonna be another long night. I did it! Holy cow, I did it! Ah! Ha ha! Where'd I get the shovel? Found the merchant's lost treasure. He sat up here behind the rock and did nothing, and I'm going to give him the treasure.
You did it! Thanks to you, we found the lost treasure. This proves the prognosticator isn't an oracle. It's just a machine. Not a very good one at that. Now I can show the people of Slagtown that we're not prisoners to destiny.
This is the treasure you wanted?
Yes, my friend, spices. Wonderful, delicious spices. That's the most valuable treasure of all, when your diet consists of nothing but flavorless paste. This will not only improve our lives, it will show my people that our fate is not set in stone.
You make it sound like those spices are worth their weight in gold.
More than that, spices are as rare as a blade of grass in a city of metal. Wealthy mages and apostles will pay dearly for such a tempting treat. But I need to be cautious. Others will try to steal this treasure. I need to hide it to keep it safe.
How can I help?
Return to Slagtown and meet me there. Then we can show my people how we changed the outcome of the prognosticator's prediction and improved my destiny. I just wish my mother had lived to see this.
Okay. And Rivenspire. Ravenhurst? Is that a town? Okay, so right now we're headed back to town. What is this? Oops. guys are so quiet tonight. I'm not used to this. I feel like it's sort of, hello, hello, hello.
I've called a few people together so I can tell them what we've done. Hopefully, word will then spread throughout Slagtown and all of the Brass Fortress. Palbatin and I talked about my mother. We don't think she saw the prediction from the Oracle.
Then what was your mother doing out there?
We think she was out there trying to do the same thing as me. She was trying to figure out how the prognosticator works so she could get it to change our fortunes. Palbatin believes she acquired the passphrase from the sequence plaque he hid away.
So she found Palbatin's hiding place?
That's our best guess. She was trying to help us. All of us. I just wish she had told me. That she hadn't tried to do it on her own. Well, thanks to you, I succeeded where she failed. Now we just have to convince the rest of Slagtown.
You can do it. Just tell them the truth about the prognosticator and speak from the heart.
Art. That's not something you hear a lot about in a place that runs on gears and cogs. Here, this is your share of the treasure. You earned it. Oh, and Palbatin wants you to meet him in the Outlaws' Refuge afterward. He has something for you, too.
Oh dear.
People of Slagtown, I bring you a revelation. The prognosticator lies, but we can change our fortunes. We have free will.
Carmid, the apostles say there's no such thing as free will.
What you're implying is heresy, Carmid.
Is it heresy to speak the truth? I performed the pilgrimage. I received the usual grim fortune that predicted I'd be poor until I died. But that future is a false future. I refused to accept that fate, and I changed it. And if I can do it, so can you.
Oh, really? You look just as destitute as you did yesterday, Carmid. Maybe even more so.
I found the lost treasure of the Radius.
You found.
I made a deal to sell some of the spices, and this is the contract. I'm rich!
So we can change our fate? The future isn't a set sequence?
We have to tell everyone. Comet changed the future. The prognosticator was wrong.
Whose voice is that? Yeah, birthday cake for me? Oh, what is this? Thoughts of the honored assistant.
Sorry for the clandestine request, but I have words meant for your ears only. What you and Carmid learned, what he convinced Slagtown about the brand prognosticator, well, it's not entirely accurate.
Are you saying the prognosticator doesn't use data to predict future trends?
No, you figured out how the prognosticator makes its predictions, but the factotum has a defect, a sequencing error, as it were. You see, it can also actually prophesy the future.
Didn't we just work really hard to convince Slagtown that it can't do that?
The pilgrimage needed to be discredited. People were going out into the Vale and getting killed for no good reason. But just because the message has been corrupted doesn't mean the messenger wasn't worth listening to.
Then why did the prognosticator keep giving everyone the same dire fortune?
Because the people of Slagtown never had the right passphrase. Malia jotted the one for the analyst in her journal, but she made no mention of the one for the prognosticator. I had it, though. That's why my fortune was different.
I think the prognosticator mentioned a passphrase when I tried to talk to it.
Then it's even more imperative that I give you the plaque. The prognosticator must have a prophecy to reveal, but it won't speak unless you provide the proper passphrase. Take the honored assistant's plaque and learn the fate that awaits you.
Oh dear. Okay. What's this book? To best ascertain and determine the needs of the residents of Clockwork City, Lord Sothaseel commanded me to create a series of factotums for the express purpose of collecting, analyzing, and interpreting social and environmental information in order to accurately predict trends and demands of the populace. As the first model created, the Clockwork Analyst was designed for primarily menial tasks of collecting and analyzing data relevant to the... Wait a minute. Isn't the first one the one that we're putting back together? This first generation analysis model factotum specializes in counting births and deaths, tracking residents, and register visitors, and recording illnesses, wealth, social factors necessary to predict trends in the settlement. Once the concept is fully tested and vetted, we shall expand the project to the rest of Clockwork City. The passphrase for interacting with this factotum memory core is Magnus commands you. Taking everything we learned with the first generation factotum... How many pages are there? Taking everything we learned with the first generation factotum, we next created the second generation prognostication model. This factotum could take the data collected by the analyst and use the information to make accurate predictions concerning the wants and needs of the citizens. In this way, Sothaseel could anticipate the needs of his guests and satisfy them before they ever realized they had any outstanding wants to gratify. During the process, however, a flaw developed in the prognostications model's sequential analytical processor assembly. The predictions it provided regarding certain individuals went far beyond mere statistical analysis and ventured into the realm of actual prophecy. This flaw was first noticed after the Magnus himself tinkered with the mechanisms, so we cannot be certain that it was not what Sothaseel intended, but the master has vanished again. I shall store the factotum in the valley outside the Brass Fortress and lock this prophetic mode with the passphrase Prime Sequence 11, 13, 17. Prime numbers. So that should keep unauthorized prophesying to a minimum until the master returns and I can ask for guidance regarding his intentions. Okay, so we're going to go back out to him, I guess, and get our fortune read. I don't know how I feel about that. I have my fortune read by a rusty box of bolts. Where was it? I don't remember where it was. Oh yeah, it was right here. remember where it was. This looks familiar. Oh, Lydia, what are you doing? Gosh, I can't remember where it is.
Careful where you step.
Supposedly, these merchants are supposed to sometimes have, I don't see anything there. Supposedly, they're supposed to sometimes have special surprise stuff. I don't know. So it has me checking every single time, and I never find anything good. What are you bringing, dude?
By the word of Sid, I am bound. No pronouncements can be furnished without proper statistics to analyze. Please provide the appropriate passphrase or present yourself to a Clockwork Apostle for immediate data collection.
Prime sequence 11, 13, 17.
Initializing. Reflecting. Reflecting. Unauthorized prophetic element engaged. Analyzing proximate subject. Determining wealth and social status. Permission to continue.
Permission granted.
Wealth and social status analysis complete. Indicates a poverty level income and the social status of a slave or indentured servant. Reflecting. Health and wellness analyzer engaged. Permission to continue.
Permission granted.
Health and wellness analysis complete. Indicates a strong constitution and a robust physique. Life expectancy favorable, pending accident or injury. Reflecting. Prophetic inhibitor disengaged. Prophecy imminent.
Prophecy about me?
Dreaming. 1 niche. 2 niche. Prophecy complete. I see an island. A tower. 3 princes. Darkness spreading across the land. I see a golden night and an unexpected sacrifice. I see an end.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Everything must perish. That is the way of all reality. But the end that I see, you can alter the outcome. The variables indicate a minuscule percentage point in your favor.
So there's a way to change the future?
A chance. Lord Set and the 3 willing. Reflecting. Reflecting. Probabilities calculated. Odds generated. Demise certainty. 99.99%. And Somerset is the sequence of the words.
I have no idea. I guess we're supposed to go to Somerset next. Everybody keeps mentioning Somerset. I'm guessing the three princes are Vivek and Sothasil and Alexia, but three princes? I don't know. Not a clue. Alright, so I'm going to go over here quick and grab this. But we're getting close to time for tonight. So unless you guys have a request, you need to speak up pretty quickly. Otherwise I'm going to probably call it a night here pretty quick. So easily distracted. I'm gonna get down here and never be able to get back up. What does this one do? Spell damage, magic, stamina, critical chance, spell and weapon damage. Not terribly impressive. Okay, so... I guess I'll go this way to get back up. Not horrible. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This... Okay.
This year he'll Welcome, friend. Come, join our celebration on this glorious and special day.
Why is today so special?
Today is the day that Lector Naril declares a new apprentice. I've improved my botanical knowledge and skills considerably since the selection day last year. I hope he sees how much I can help him in his work.
Apprentice. What is this place?
The Everwound Wellspring, a wondrous oasis in this mechanical desert. Sophus created the place, but the Lector made plants grow in the metallic soil. Once every year, he distributes food and chooses an apprentice. You should come with me and see.
I'll go with you and see the Lector. Oh, now?
In the past, the wellspring was accessible to everyone. Lector Narl sealed the place and started the tradition of the annual harvest and apprentice selection.
I'm sure there'll be enough.
Didn't really plan on doing this now, but sure.
You may enter to collect this year's harvest in a moment, but first, I shall name my new apprentice. Sherazar, the Everwound Wellspring welcomes you as its new apprentice. The rest of you, come in and claim your portion of the harvest.
Thank the great gear. Let's go inside.
Factotums will continue to gather the harvest and bring the containers here. In the meantime, use the lift and come see our oasis. I always share a few words of advice with the hopefuls that weren't selected before I take the new apprentice under my wing. The Everwound Wellspring provides excellent opportunities for the novice apostles.
Tell me about the Everwound Wellspring.
You must be one of the new arrivals I've heard so much about. Everything in the Clockwork City, the soil, the flora, the fauna, it's all composed of gears and pistons and metal. It's like that everywhere. Everywhere, that is, except here.
Why is the wellspring different?
Because Sothas Seal set the wellspring in this metallic desert and blessed it with a reservoir of water. An exceedingly rare thing in the Clockwork City. He planned to create an oasis, but moved on to other projects before the task was done.
If the oasis wasn't finished, where does the harvest come from?
We had water and a pressing need. It didn't take me long to figure out how to make actual living plants grow in this artificial soil. Now, save your questions and let me show you some of the wonders of the Everwound Wellspring.
Alright, let's see your oasis.
Come, everyone! Follow me into the viewing garden. My friends, the wellspring enjoyed a bountiful harvest. Let me show you how we accomplish our miracles. Simulated sunlight allows our trees to produce fruit sweeter than the orchards of Vardenfell. These pipes carry an alchemical solution that nourishes our plants. factotums harvest the plants and pack them in special containers to keep them fresh before we distribute them to Clockwork City. We take clippings from the most robust plants to produce stronger varieties. Someday, we'll be able to grow plants outside these walls. Every season, we share our bounty and select a new apprentice from among the novice apostles. By the way, where did my new apprentice wander off to? My new apprentice, Sherazar. Where did she disappear to? Oh, she's off to a bad start. A very bad start.
Do you want me to find her?
And have 2 novices wandering around the oasis unsupervised? Very well. Go find Sherazar and return to me with all due haste. Quickly now. The work of the wellspring can't wait for an idle apprentice.
How do you get the plants to grow in metallic soil?
That's a complicated subject, and one better left to the actual apprentices. Suffice it to say that the process involves water treated with our chemical nutrients and other solutions, as well as our simulated sunlight.
So, hydroponics. How do you simulate sunlight?
That would require an even more complicated
UV
answer.
lights?
Suffice it to say that we use lenses, crystals, and a unique power source to create life-giving light similar to Nern's sun. But without the apprentices, none of this would be possible.
That sounds dangerous. A new apprentice every year? Why do you need so many apprentices?
My program provides an opportunity to work outside the Clockwork Basilica. Lets them try their hand at something different. Besides, keeping the wellspring going requires a lot of bodies. You'd be surprised at what's required to make my plants grow.
I'm gonna have to kill this guy.
This was supposed to be a special day, but it turned out all wrong. There's something not right with this oasis.
What makes you think there's something wrong with the oasis?
Sometimes a gear slips or a cylinder throws a piston. This place reminds me of that. Specifically, I saw my old friend Shirari down one of the corridors.
Look at all these things
When
I
I
bought.
tried to go talk to her, the factotums
It's
blocked
really
my
too much money
path. They drove me off.
What in the world? Are you gonna be beautiful?
Hopefully. I'm so excited.
I'm so glad. Are you going to go have a spa
I
moment?
spent way too much money on all
I'm not going to ask.
It was $100.
Why would the fact?
It was a one-time kind of like luxury for myself. I never,
One time?
No.
What about the other cream that you got last time? The
Oh, that's...
You got some more of that?
Yeah, I did. Because it worked.
Okay.
It is the only thing that takes care of my acne.
Okay, I'm streaming. You're announcing
I don't
that to the
care.
world.
I have acne on my chest. Whoa, what concept? Everyone has that one. But the rest of these are just for fun.
Okay.
I'm
Don't
just
drop
excited.
them. You're going to bust them and you're going to cry.
This one's supposed to help with stretch marks. Let's see.
You're too young to be worrying about that.
I'm not worried about it. I'm just curious.
You're so silly.
And they smell nice.
Yeah.
This one smells like saltwater taffy.
You should go take a shower and try them out. Because you smell like fried. You just got off work. You smell like you worked.
Yeah. I need to get over to Jacqueline's to get my coat back.
Okay.
I've been trying to get my jacket back from her for a month now.
Oh, good luck.
She's keeping it captive.
She's probably going to take it with her when she moves.
I'll fight with death. Okay, I was excited about my new things.
Congratulations. Why would a factotum do that?
That's the question, isn't it? And it's the reason I have a bad feeling all of a sudden. Why restrict where an apprentice can go? And why refuse to let me talk to Shirari? It makes no sense.
Lector Naril sent me to find you. Maybe he can explain things.
No, I'd rather speak to Shirari. I know her. I trust her. Lecter Naril? He's still a stranger to me. Will you help me get past the factotum so I can talk to my old friend?
I'll help you reach her. Okay, so where are we going? Ah, get off of it. Between you and Lydia. Aye.
Shirhari taught me swimming.
Goodness gracious, people, you're such a pain in the butt.
Sherazar. Oh, this one purrs at the sight of you.
It's so good to see you too, Shirhari.
Warning. Reactions with Clockwork City soil may radically change a mushroom strain expected properties. Only imbibe fungi after extensive testing using fabricant subjects. As the saying goes, you can eat all the mushrooms, but some only once. Strain 8. Flat red, 1 stalk. I don't know.
You shouldn't wander the wellspring unsupervised. It's dangerous. The factotums don't respond well to visitors they haven't been formulated to recognize. And the fabricants, they're just mean.
Sherazar's the Wellspring's new apprentice.
A new apprentice? Really? But what does Shirhari know of such things? This one works in the dark and grows fungi, molds, and mosses. The lector keeps me too busy for other concerns.
Sure, the lady next to me thinks there might be some sort of problem here in the Oasis.
Shirhari doubts there's anything sinister going on. Sothaseel blessed the wellspring with water, and Lector Naril's alchemical solutions make it possible to grow plants. It's good to see Sherazar, though. We could use the help.
What about the apprentice selected last year?
Apprentice? Sherazar is the first new apprentice to enter the wellspring in years. The lector stopped selecting apprentices after poor Gathal's accident. At least, that's how this one understands things. I suppose Idrono might know differently.
Who's Idrono?
Idrono works with Shihari. He attempts to grow non-fungal plant life in harsh conditions. Since you're going to speak to him, could you bring along some of my mushrooms? But not the poisonous ones. He hates those.
We'll gather some mushrooms and bring them to Idrono.
Idrono will be grateful for the fungi samples, even if he seems agitated. He gets that way during the harvest. Make sure to bring him safe ones, though. My notes can help you identify the various types we grow.
Can you formulate the factotum so they don't attack us? Oh, that'd be wonderful.
No.
Oh.
Only the lector can do such things. But perhaps this one has the next best thing. My plaque of safe passage. As long as you carry it, the factotums should leave you alone. Take it. It won't stop fabricants, however, so be wary of those beasts.
Will you be alright without your plaque of safe passage?
Shirhari will be fine. There is much to do right here, and the factotums are formulated to recognize me. The plaque is a precaution, for the most part. This one will get another one before the next work cycle begins.
Okay, so we have to pick out safe mushrooms. Let's talk with... After often losing its balance while doing so, this results in a short delay. Factums repair damage. I don't know. medium-sized puffy caps, white with blood red spots. Subject ate sample rapidly, then proceeded to the next. Factotums had to react quickly to prevent subject from eating the entire batch. Large white pods with black spots grow in 2-3 clusters. Testing to grow sick and died short. Okay, so not white pods. Large round slimy caps, molted yellow. Subject started uncontrollably shivering after eating. Sample attempts to provide a warmth failed. As subject no longer experimental use of large, huge, drooping caps. Gray. Subject's first attempt to consume a fully mature specimen resulted in loss of several teeth. Medium-sized weighty cap set in tiers, orange with white stems. Subject immediately no. Large bowl-shaped caps, molted tan, white, purple stalks. Subject devoured the sample and did not exhibit signs of hunger for 2 days after ingestion. Note: conduct further experiments on the nutritional effects of this strain to determine cost effectiveness and its particular. Okay. Bowl-shaped caps, molted tan and orange with white, purple stalk. Okay. Shoot, I already forgot. Tan and orange, and then white and purple stalk. Alright, where do I get these mushrooms? I just have to know it's K. These are D, A, A, A. Well, I want K. I don't see K. B, A, D. Oh. C, E, I'm guessing it's the last circle, the little tiny one at the very end. F, C, F, G, C, C, that must be them there. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. I want E, I want K. It has to be the right place because I'm getting attacked. F. Oh, good grief. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Ah, G. That was what I meant. Okay, so gather G. A. I don't remember seeing a G. D, A. B, A, D. A. A. What would happen if I just gave him ones that were semi-not? F, C, E. F, C. F. Ah, G. Only one. C. Oh. Maybe there's 3 different ones that are healthy? Oh, crud. Well, at least we've got her plaque. Where's her problem? Okay. One stalk cluster. Subject exuded difficulty keeping balance after eating sample. 3-year. Clicks later. Subject charged in unpredictable directions, often losing. That's probably not a good one. White. Subject ate readily, then proceeded to the next. Factotums had to react quickly to prevent subject. Okay, so we'll bring him some bees. Large white. Subject grew sick and died. No. Large rose. Subject started uncontrollably shivering after eating sample attempts. So no, we were experimenting. Okay. Large. Subject first attempt to consume fully mature specimen resulted in loss of several teeth. Evacuated consent sample for analysis. Note. Reformulate factotums to ignore strains on floor. They become too obsessed maintaining set. So B. Subject or signature. Spores go through. Our subject embers handled. Watch around. Shivering, eating sample. I guess I'm gonna go for B. I don't know. The rest of these sound horrible. Oh, maybe E. B and E? Okay, no ill effects from the warts. A. Shoot. B and E? Oh, my memory stinks.
new apprentice. If you can hear my voice, step to the nearest speaking tube. This is Lecter Naril talking to you through this speaking tube. I assume that you and Sherazar have been exploring the wellspring. We've built something impressive here, don't you think?
Impressive, I suppose, but we're wondering where the other new apprentices.
Other apprentices? Oh, you mean Sherazar's predecessors, the ones selected during the past few harvests. About them, well, they've been dealing with a very special experiment. Utterly secret, you understand?
We would like to see them, if that's all right.
Certainly. Just as soon as you report to me. I must complete Sherazar's orientation and training. Some parts of the wellspring can be extremely dangerous. I'll expect you back in the viewing garden before 3 gears click into place.
New apprentice? How curious. And are those samples of Shirahari's mushrooms? Excellent. I've been anxious to taste the new harvest. Texture similar to guar hide. Flavor equivalent to wet moss. Not what I hoped for.
Speaking of apprentices, we were curious about the last few that were selected.
Interesting question. As far as I know, no new apprentices have entered the wellspring since Garthel's accident. But I have a bigger concern. At least Shirahari can grow mushrooms. My plants refuse to live no matter what I do.
But the wellspring produced a bountiful harvest. Are you doing something different here?
Of course. Lecter Narl tasked each of us with a different experiment. I'm attempting to grow plants without the benefit of the simulated sunlight. I haven't had any success so far, but someone has to tackle the difficult experiments, I suppose.
Simulated sunlight?
Lecter Narl developed it using techniques he still refuses to share. The simulated sunlight provides nourishing energy that makes most of the plants we grow thrive. Not my plants, mind you. Oh, no, that would ruin the experiment.
Is there anyone else we can talk to about the other apprentices?
Oh, Towen's been with Lecter Narl the longest. She might know something more. You'll need to cross my garden to reach her. Just watch out for the blasted fabricants. They keep eating my plants and clogging up the gears.
I'll watch for the fabricants on the way.
I just don't understand why my plants won't grow while Shihari and Otoan have no trouble making things bloom. It's an absolute annoyance. And so are those fabricants. Feel free to smash them to bits on your way through the garden.
Tell me about Gathel's accident.
What's to tell? Gathal died. Happened in Lecter Narl's private workshop. We're not allowed in there anymore. Now let me think. I need to figure out how to make my plants do something. Anything other than wither and die.
Oh.
can hear my voice, step to the nearest speaking tube this instant. This is Lector Naril talking to you through this speaking tube. I had such high hopes for you, Sherazar. Why do you defy me?
We're going to talk to apprentice somebody.
I see. And does this have to do with the endeavors of the Wellspring? I suppose I can't fault you for your initiative and willingness to get right to work. I just wish you would have waited before you presented yourselves to my other apprentices.
Are we prohibited from talking to other apprentices?
Prohibited? That's a harsh word. No, we don't have any restrictions in the Wellspring. But Sherazar will have a better understanding of how things work here once she returns to me and completes her orientation and training.
This guy gives me the creeps. No restrictions. Apprentice Idrano said no one is allowed in your private workshop.
Did he? My workshop isn't restricted. It's just private. You must see the necessity for a space of my own. No matter. Finish your task and we can discuss this in more detail. I have impressive plans for you and my new apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
Interruptions are counterproductive. The seventh law of gears teaches us that. Well, since you've already distracted me, you might as well tell me what you want.
Idrano said we should talk to you about...
Idrano? His experiment was doomed from the beginning. You can't grow plants without a source of nourishing light. My plants thrive thanks to the use of Lector Naro's simulated sunlight. But I wasn't informed we were getting new apprentices.
Don't you receive new apprentices at this time every year?
That was the practice until Gathal died. Then the Lector sealed his private workshop and gave us these experiments to conduct while he perfected his simulated sunlight. It makes our annual harvest possible. If there were other apprentices, I'd know.
Well, Lector Narl selected Sherazar, and Sherazar said Mariko got selected last season?
I suppose Lector Naru could have more apprentices toiling in his private workshop. He keeps numerous secrets, so what's a few more? You can enter the workshop through the busted vent over there. Ignorance of his rules might grant you some leeway.
We'll take a look at Lector Narl's private workshop.
Lector Naru's private workshop is restricted, but I don't expect you to find anything. If he catches you snooping around, feign ignorance and beg forgiveness. What's the worst he could do? I suppose he could turn you into plant food.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Tell me about Lector Narl.
Lector Narl is one of the most respected Clockwork apostles currently operating within Lord Set's great experiment. Every novice wants to become his apprentice, and every sentient in the Brass Fortress hopes to partake of his bountiful harvests.
How did he come to lead the efforts here in the Wellspring?
That's a long and complicated tale.
Of
The
course
short
it is.
form is that he was one of Sothis Seal's most trusted warrior scholars. When our great master abandoned the Wellspring for other endeavors, Narrow stepped in to fill the gap. He's been here ever since.
How did the vent get busted?
An unfortunate factotum accident happens occasionally. Sometimes the poor contraptions just get overheated and explode. That's why I prefer to work at a significant distance from the machines. Say, a good 30 paces or thereabouts.
Maybe she's telling me to stay away from him? I never seem to find much interesting stuff in these places. Okay, so take the broken vent and sneak into the... And I'm guessing I'm gonna have to fight this dude. think you guys all know that too.
I'm very disappointed, Sherazar. Shirhari's plaque of safe passage has been rendered inoperable. Now, return to me immediately.
Great. Hiding behind me.
Lecter Narl's a Clockwork apostle. He must keep meticulous notes. We need to examine them.
So the seal manipulated the mathematics and applied the magic necessary to call forth huge reservoirs of water, which placed within the chasm of the Clockwork City. He sealed the great pools beneath a thick layer of metallic soil with the intention of creating a lush oasis inside the mechanical wonder. He called the ever-wound wellspring and explained a little of his grand plan to his apostles, but the Clockwork God, easily distracted by other challenges, countless mysteries, stepped aside to deal with other things. We've heard all that, all except for me. I believe in the Oasis Project. I understand the vital need in fulfillment of the Clockwork City, so I began to work on the wellspring myself and eventually attracting apprentices of my own. Soon this compound rose up from metallic dusk, and our experiments took on greater depth and significance. Our earliest successes revolved around mosses, molds, and fungi, living creatures that could thrive in the dark environment with nothing more than water and a bit of fertilizer to nourish them. Bolstered by our accomplishments, I set our sights on a more elusive prize. I turned our efforts to growing actual fruits, plants, and vegetables to supplement the diet's clockwork living inhabitants.
That's the story of how the Everwound Wellspring was created. Lecter Narl picked up where Sotha Seal left off.
Apprentice Gathal and Apprentice Othawan shine as my best and most promising acolytes. Even so, the Seal would be impressed with their accomplishments on behalf of the Wellspring. We've expanded our gardens from mushrooms and other fungi to include groves of fruit-bearing trees, fields of vegetable-yielding plants, and plots of flowers with other flora. To achieve the goal I've set forth, we needed a powerful solution of alchemical nutrients that would provide the essential elements missing from the Clockwork City. After an extensive period of trial and error, I finally hit upon the perfect combination of alchemical compounds. With the help of our factotums, we created a series of pipes and holding tanks that were where we could treat the water and then use it to irrigate the groves and gardens. Our initial seeds sprouted perfectly, receiving vital nutrients from the alchemically treated water. On the verge of our biggest, most varied harvest to date, something unforeseen happened. No matter how much we cared for them, the trees and plants withered and died before they could blossom. It was a cursed day in the Everwound.
The early experiments failed, even though Lecter Narl perfected his alchemical solution. I wonder how they solved the problem.
Three of them. Journal's notes, simulated sunlight. It was an apprentice, Gathiel, my most favorite protege, who determined the terrible problem facing us with the clockwork sun. Gathiel declared, it's neither the warmth nor the living properties of the sun that hangs in the sky above Nirn. Once Gathiel pointed this out, it seemed so obvious. The clockwork sun provides light and gives us a consistent day and night cycle, but it does nothing to help Wellspring's plants grow. We need our own source of nourishing light. With that decided, Gathiel and I set to work to invent a device that would replicate Nirn's sun. We had some success with a limited light source, but it required us to utilize the factotums to constantly rotate the crops in and out of the nourishing light. This allowed us to harvest a small number of plants and begin the tradition of an annual harvest and apprentice selection. But we needed both an illumination device and a power source capable of simulating actual sunlight. We were so close, yet the solution seemed so far away. Through trial and error, it took only a dozen or so iterations to perfect a suitable illumination device. When we hit upon a transparent, lucent alloy to serve as the conductor for the simulated sunlight, we were certain we were on the right track. However, no matter how promising the illumination device appeared to be, the plants continued to die. We needed more power, but nothing available in the Clockwork City seemed to offer the workable solution. It was a conundrum. I don't understand why they don't just bring plants from the other cities.
Nourish the plants.
Tragedy. Apprentice Gathiel and I seem to have hit a wall in our efforts to create a living, giving, simulated sunlight. Our illumination devices work perfectly and have the capacity to channel the light. It is up to 100 times brighter and stronger than we could produce with the power sources available for our simulated sunlight inductor. We need a stronger power source, or the Everwound wellspring will be doomed to fail. After countless hours of testing and experimentation, Gathiel has come to one irrefutable conclusion. Our simulated sunlight inductor requires life to nourish life. We had some promising results by draining small amounts of life energy from volunteers and using it to power the simulated sunlight illuminators. The clear, bright sun this energy produces makes our plants grow more quickly and more robustly than any other source. Any other source we applied. The differences are nothing short of miraculous. But the borrowed life energy is fleeting, and it doesn't provide anything near the amount of power we need to operate all of the illuminators necessary to nourish all of the gardens. We're so close, yet so far from real and lasting solution. I returned to the workshop to find a disconcerting sight. Gathiel had attached himself to the inductor while I was away in order to conduct an experiment I had expressly forbade him from performing. It was his contention that we could extract even more life energy from the volunteers if we could determine the point at which the volunteer could still regenerate the borrowed life. If we could take that much and not a drop more, we might be able to power the illuminators. But if we took too much, a volunteer would die. Unfortunately, Gathiel was too zealous in his application of the draining device. All of his life force fed the inductor, leaving nothing to provide power for his own body. My apprentice, my protege, was dead. Before grief could overwhelm me, however, I noticed an amazing thing. The inductor hummed with more energy than it had ever contained. Even through our numerous trials and experiments, Gathiel had solved the problem. The inductor required the entire life force of a subject to provide enough power to keep the wellspring aglow with simulated sunlight for an entire season. That's when I promised that Gathiel's sacrifice would not be in vain. I announced that the harvest distribution would continue as long as the apostles agreed to provide me with a new apprentice every year. Those apprentices would be fed to the inductor, and the simulated sunlight produced by their life force would give us bountiful harvests with which to feed the masses. It was a perfect solution, even if the cost of our knowledge turned out to be too expensive.
The source of the simulated sunlight is the life force of the missing apprentices? That's horrible. We need to see what's inside Narwhal's private workshop.
Your coffin? Do I have any... Do I have any potions? Why is Q not working?
That machine! Is that the inductor? The apprentices! It sucked the life out of them!
Hey, where is he? Oh, I guess I have to talk to him.
This is the Lecter's simulated sunlight inductor. And just as we read in his notes, he's using the life force of the most recent apprentices to power the device. So the Seal would never approve of this. Never in a million clicks of the Great Gear.
It's too late to help the apprentices, but we should get out of here.
No. If we leave, Lecter Narwhal will just use Shirhari or one of the others. We have to do something. We have to stop this madness. People shouldn't be turned into plant food. At least not while they're still healthy and vibrant.
Soylent
it's not
Green.
natural.
I'll put an end to Lecter Narwhal.
So now you know the secret of the wellspring. You see your role in our grand plan. Time is short. The life force of the previous apprentices is nearly depleted.
Where is he? Oops. Great and powerful Oz. I wonder if he has any, I think we're just gonna go for it.
Why do you resist? Your life force can feed thousands. You lash out because you fail to grasp the importance of what I do.
Oh, he can repair himself? That's no fun. Oh, I'm out of time. Hey, no potions. Oh, we forgot to do our points today again. I was going to do them earlier and then I forgot again. Nord style. I've already got the 100 of those.
There's nothing to be done for these poor apprentices.
What poor
The Inductor
apprentices?
has drained every drop of life from their bodies. But what of Lector Naril? He cloaks his evil in good intentions.
I dealt with we should have stuck him in there. I mean, that would have been good karma. I dealt with Gnarl, but what do we do about this machine?
The Lector lied. He tricked the apprentices and killed them. But the machine does allow the plants to grow and provides food for the Clockwork City. I wonder, what if someone willingly sacrificed themselves to feed the people?
What? Clockwork needs the wellspring. Put out a call for willing volunteers. The cost to use the inductor is too great. We need to shut it down. Why can't they just bring food from the rest of Tamriel and just... I guess if somebody wants to commit suicide, why not? Put out a call for volunteers.
Yes. One life a season in exchange for a bountiful harvest. What could be more noble than sacrificing your life to feed the hungry? And I'll continue to work with the remaining apprentices. Maybe we can find another
I noticed
way.
she didn't volunteer.
Someday.
Why don't you try to find a way to make it run without a body?
How horrible! Those apostles, all dead?
Not
Where are
just
these
dead,
apostles?
drained of life to create the simulated sunlight.
Still, it's an amazing device. Lector Narl's a true genius.
A genius? Look at this. Gnarl's insane.
Narl's dead, but the promise of the wellspring lives on.
Goodness gracious.
We call for volunteers. Use their sacrifices while we continue to work on finding a different source of power.
How noble. I assume we won't be the ones volunteering this time.
Sherazar has the right idea, and I offer myself as the first sacrifice.
Really?
I Frodo, no!
It's only logical. I'm an apprentice whose experiments never worked out. Allow me to contribute in another way.
Very well. Let's go make the necessary preparations.
One death to avoid many. This one still doesn't like how this all turned out.
Oh, how dark. I didn't think anybody'd actually volunteer. Okay, so let's see what the alternative was. Okay, it was the Oasis. If you choose to stop the sacrifice, I advise shut down the. No amount of food is worth sacrificing vibrant, healthy lives. If you choose to continue with sacrifice, I advise to call for volunteers. Sacrifice indicate the inductor running. Adject. It doesn't. I don't think it makes. It doesn't say. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring another account through, and we'll do a stream and record what the alternative, what happens. I don't see that it makes any difference one way or the other. Where am I supposed to go? Oh. Okay, why is it dark if they... turn the lights on? Come here, open the door for me, dude. Where'd he go? Shoot! Figures.
Things I've heard about what happened in the wellspring makes the points of my ears curl. If even half of it's true, then the apostles have a lot of explaining to do. A lot of explaining.
Hail.
If you have anything to spare, I'd gladly take it off your hands. We're so close to the wellspring, but the harvest occurs so rarely. The Everwound Wellspring is the only place in all of Clockwork City where actual plants grow and blossom. It's a miracle, thank Sotasil, or Lord Set, or whatever the crazy dark elf calls himself these days. He has a carrots are as tall as trees.
I wonder if this is one of the ones that's part of the achievement. Thanks for the information. Here's something to tide you over.
Such kindness. If you venture into the wellspring, remember who told you about the time. I heard that something... The Everwound Wellspring...
Is there anything else you can tell me?
Only that it appears some people don't know how to show appreciation when presented with useful information.
Okay, so I don't think I got any credit for... I don't know how to find these people that, Oh, where is that? Character summary, maybe? Exploration? Exploration? Give to the poor. Clockwork City's not even on the list. Ugh. Cable weight, 69 gold for no good reason.
I'm not sure.
Oh, you know what? I should be doing this instead. Oh, I need to get some. Oh, no, before we do anything, let's do, before I forget again,
This one keeps your sleekest possession safe and...
I wonder if these will even help me. Okay, so it's at 35. Let's try and see. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. Okay, so petty doesn't work on this account anymore. I'm too high ranked. Let's see, what's next before or after petty? Lesser up to level 29. I'll try these. To remember to start using these. I just build them up and they don't do me a bit of good. Okay. Oh, let me make sure.
Did you hear?
Yep, no more repairs. Oh, I guess I could sell my stuff to her too.
You were in there, weren't you?
Require the zombie.
Okay. So, what did I gather? What was all? I thought everything was, Oh, actually, I guess I don't have a lot of these. I thought I did. What did I pick up tonight? A lot of potions and stuff, I guess? So I think I will plant myself back at horses. And I am going to say goodnight tonight. We're an hour late. Sweet dreams, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Remember, I guess I'm supposed to say like, follow, or just join us each evening. Good night.